In a world full of podcasts, you have choices. Make yours count. Don't miss out. Tech Pop Boom. Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome to another episode of Tech Pop Boom. Today's episode, we're going to talk about all the brand new released Apple products. Brandon's going to talk about whatever news he's interested in commenting on. While we talk about some music, we'll talk about some TV shows. We're just going to hang out, sit back, and relax. We hope you do the same. So get ready for a new exciting episode of Tech Pop Boom. Brandon, what has been going on with you in the last couple of weeks since I saw you?
Not much. Hey, I finished Sliders. Like I said, 5 seasons of it, of 20 episodes a piece per season.
Wow, so that's 20, a lot 40. Of TV.
So I think it's 84. I think it's 84 shows I've watched since
that is a lot of shows.
That's a lot. I watch every single one. But you know what I hate though the most is when shows abruptly end like that. I just hate that. And abruptly end the end of Sliders, it's like, what? No more? And it wasn't a final ending.
Yeah,
there wasn't a final ending. They just, they do that now. Okay, I'll give you an example of a great ending where they ended the show right. Was Chuck? Have you seen Chuck before?
No, I remember you liked that show, but yeah, is the girl on Chuck the same girl who was in Dexter?
Oh, I gotta think. Maybe I haven't seen Dexter.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, I thought you watched Dexter.
I could watch that next because I'm looking for something else to watch.
Well, I tell you what. Do you like? Are you put off by blood and guts and gore?
Not really. Okay. Not really. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. Dexter has probably I'd say maybe, I don't know how many seasons, Brian, but at least about a good 6 or more seasons. 6 seasons. But I'm telling you, you can stop at season 4 because anything past season 4, in my opinion, is not worth watching.
Wow.
But if Dexter up until season 4 was absolutely, epic. It was great. It was so good. It was so good that when you watch it, I just couldn't believe how good the writing was. Okay. It was so well done. Basically, it's Dexter. He's a vigilante. It's a whole huge story, but basically he because he works for the Miami Police Department.
Okay.
And he finds people who got away with murder, and he has a way of knowing whether or not they're lying and whether they did it or they didn't do it. So that way he's not just killing anybody. So he finds people who basically get away with murder, and he takes justice. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's Brandon, I'm telling you, it's very good.
See,
very good.
I would come across it because I have Showtime, but on my on my app I can look at it, but I never sat there and watched. I never sat and watched because I always would pass it. Go, okay, I'll watch something else.
Well, that one's good. Breaking Bad. If you never watched Breaking Bad, that one's good.
That's on Netflix too.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, if you haven't watched Dexter, watch at least the 4th season. Oh my God, it was so good with John Lithgow. He played the bad guy, and holy crap, man, it was so good. I wish you did watch it, just so we could do an hour long episode just about how good Dexter was.
Dexter. Okay, so which one should I watch, Breaking Bad or Dexter?
Oh, that's hard. That's really hard.
Or okay, here's another one. Or the one with the zombies.
Walking Dead?
Walking Dead. Which one?
Oh my God, that's like asking which one of your kids is your favorite. Oh my God.
Because all of them are on Netflix.
Dexter. The thing with Dexter is, like I said, it's probably about a good 6 or more seasons, but they're only good up until season 4.
What happened after season 4?
It just they got a new showrunner. the guy who was, the one guy who was taking care, the main writer of the show, the main guy who was running the show, he left, and they brought in a new guy, and it just went downhill. It just got boring and sloppy, and by the last season, it was just a shadow of what it once was. It wasn't even a shadow; it was just pitiful. And the very last episode was like, "Are you kidding me? This is the best you could do. You just wanted to slap the guy with a brick. I mean, you took the best show in the world and you ruined it." But anyways, Breaking Bad is great because the way it was filmed is just so good, and it's Breaking Bad is, to me, it's like epic.
Okay.
It's so good. I guess you say that about a lot of things, but I tell you what, honestly, you can't go wrong with any of those. Any one of those shows. Walking Dead is good. I like it also because it's still on TV. If you watched it all the way through, you could get ready. The new season starts in October. I don't know if you know how quick you can watch TV, but you could watch up until the newest season. You can start recording the new season, and so that's fun too.
Okay. So
I like Walking Dead also is because I've read a large portion of the comic books, and the show follows the comic books somewhat. So, anyways, I could they're great. Walking Dead is great. Dexter's great, and so is Breaking Bad. You can't go wrong with any of them.
Well, yeah. Which one should I start? I mean, okay, Dexter's out of the question because you say it gets bad at season 4. So
it's not out of the question. It's up until season 4.
Okay.
I would say if you have to watch one, go for broke, dude. Go for Breaking Bad.
Okay.
Watch Breaking Bad first.
Okay, watch the Breaking Bad. Okay, that'll be my next one.
Because to me, Breaking Bad from the beginning, and also Walking Dead from the beginning too, was huge. But Breaking Bad from the beginning, it's good in so many ways. The writing is so good. The storyline is good. It's believable. It's if this situation would have happened, it would have went down exactly the way they wrote it. And I'm not going to give anything away, but the way the story plays out over the entire series, it's believable that's the way it would have happened. I would say go with Breaking Bad. And the cool thing about Breaking Bad, if you finish Breaking Bad, one of the characters on there, his name is Saul Goodman, and they did a spinoff once they finished Breaking Bad. They did a spinoff of a show called Better Call Saul. And that just ended this past, I don't know, a few months ago. So if you like Breaking Bad, then you can go back into Better Call Saul, which is more or less kind of a prequel of Breaking Bad. So that's still going. Although, anyways, without getting into this huge diatribe of Breaking Bad, watch that one first, and if you like it, then you can move on to Better Call Saul, which is like more or less a continuation of the show.
Okay. So Breaking Bad is my next one, everyone. That's what I'm going to start.
Yeah, watch that one first, and then if you don't like it, then we're going to end this podcast because you shouldn't be watching TV if you don't like Breaking Bad.
Well, I do have a tolerance for bad shows, so.
Well, that's a good point. And if you were to not like Breaking Bad, I would be shocked because you like some of the worst crap. It's funny, Brandon, because I was talking to one of the guys we work with who listens to our show.
Okay.
And he was. It's so funny. He was commenting on some of the things we say. We were talking about it. He was talking about a show that you had mentioned, Catch and Release or something, that show on AMC.
Yeah. Halt and Catching Fire. Yes.
That's what it was. Yeah, he was talking about that show. And he asked me if I'd ever seen it, and I said no. I said Brandon likes it. And then he says, yeah, but you always say that Brandon has high tolerance for bad shows. And I said, that's funny. It's true, he does.
Yeah, I do. I have a high tolerance. I do, but it's okay. I even today I just watched Under the Dome. And I'm liking it. I mean, I see why people hate it, and I look at the comments, and everybody's hating on that show, but I don't see what's wrong with it.
Oh, I do. I
don't see anything is wrong. And don't get me wrong with what's that show? It's a steak. Never can say it right. I think I did say it right. That show. Oh, I love that show beyond anything.
What are you talking about?
The Haley Berry show.
Yeah, I forgot the name. It's not
steak.
Amazon.
It's steak. Oh well. Anyway, they know. I've said it so many times.
Yeah, you talked about it. Yeah, yep.
So yeah, I love that show beyond anything. I mean, have you watched it?
No,
No.
I keep going back to it. You know, if I watch a show, if I'm not into it, I pretty much write it off.
Oh,
If I watched,
don't write this one off. I'm telling you. Okay, you were like, it's the opposite of Dexter. Okay, you said that it was going bad, it went good and went bad. This was okay, whatever, and then it got good. You know, at the very end. You know, at the very end of that season, you're like, oh my god. And then now season 2, okay. Season 2, I could see you kind of saying, I don't know, but season 2 is even better to me.
I'm really wanting to get into something to watch because my son just went back to school and he's typically in bed by 8 or 8:30, which gives me a couple hours to relax and watch TV before I have to hit the sack. So I'm wanting to watch something new, but there really isn't anything new to watch.
Yeah, I
was so desperate to watch TV. I'm not desperate. I shouldn't say I was desperate to watch TV.
Yeah, you were
desperate. I was looking for something. Well, I guess you could say I was, because what I ended up doing is I got on this kick. I started. I don't know if you know the show American Pickers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started watching American Pickers, and it's like unfortunately, I wish they were all available because I really got into it. They have the entire season 10 available, but then we have certain episodes of previous seasons, and I really got into that show a lot. So I watched American Pickers this week, and I also watched a couple episodes of Portlandia. Portlandia, I can only. That was with Fred Armisen. He used to be on Saturday Night Live.
Okay.
It's a comedy, but I can only take so much of it because sometimes it gets to be obnoxious. So it's, and you know what? Another show I've been watching the last few weeks is on the Comedy Central. I'm not going to fart. It's on the Comedy Central show the kids are watching. Is it Key and Peele?
Okay, yeah, I have watched that.
I had never, honestly, I had never watched it ever. And I had heard that they were winding up the season. They were, the last episode, they were going to finish up the show and walk away and do their own thing.
Yeah.
So I started watching it, and I was just shocked at how good this show was. And it's a shame that I didn't watch it from the beginning, because it's a smart show, it's a funny show, and they really did a great job with that. And I'm looking forward to going. But the reason why. See, I just cannot handle commercials. Yeah. And the only way that I know to watch it is on the Comedy Central app.
Yeah.
There's other apps. I think there's a Xfinity app that I can watch it on, but they don't have commercials, and they have so many commercials. And then a lot of times, even if I sit through the 2 minutes of commercials or whatever the heck it is, the commercials get hung up, and then it'll get locked up, and it won't go back to the show, and it's just it's so aggravating.
Or it's the same commercial over and over again, like they beat it over. Yes. They beat it in your head. You better buy this product because you're watching it on the internet.
Yes, and that's I hate watching advertisements of any kind. I hate it. But that's that.
Okay.
Do you have a TV or something going on in the background?
No.
I keep hearing talking or something.
Oh no, nothing is on the background. No, I have everything turned off. Let me see. Hold on. No TV. Nope.
Maybe it's just echo or something from you and I talking.
Oh, it's an echo. Okay, it might be an echo.
No, it's not. It's not bad. It's not bad. It sounds fine. So
okay. Or it might be my mic. I don't know.
No, but don't change anything.
Oh, okay.
So that's that. That's what I've been watching. Key and Peele, Portlandia, and whatever the hell was I said? I don't remember now.
Let me ask you. You know, Key and Peele is on Amazon Prime app, right? Is on the Amazon.
No, I did not know that.
The first season, an entire first season's on there. Yeah, I think even the second season's on there.
I'm gonna check right now.
That's how I saw it. That's how I saw it.
Key and Peele. Yeah. It's on Amazon Prime.
Yep. All the episodes are for free.
You gotta be kidding me!
No,
Hold on.
I'm not.
Shit, if I'd have known that, I've been watching. I would have went automatically.
Yes, you can watch them all. No commercials.
Oh my! I did not know that.
That's how I've seen those. That's how I've seen those.
Is it on Netflix too, or no?
You know what? I didn't check on Netflix. I just know that's where I saw it was on Amazon Prime.
Look at you with the information.
I know. Usually you're giving me the information. Shoot. But
Let's see
yeah,
now. Okay, it says season 1. Okay, that's free.
yeah. I think
Season
season
2,
two. I
right?
think that's
Nope, season 2 is not
not
free.
free.
You
Okay,
lied.
okay, okay. Season 2 is not
Yeah.
free.
Oh no, 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 no. You know what? Season 1 is not free either. You lied.
No, no. Season 1 was free. Hold on, hold on. Time out. Let me see. Hold on. Let me bring up my app because that's how I
No, it's
saw it.
not. I'm looking at it right now. Watch the first so the first episode of this season. Only
Okay,
the
hold
first
on.
episode.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. I'm looking that up right now. Let me grab my Amazon Prime.
Brandon,
Let me
you're a
look.
liar. You're lying. You're
No, wait.
lying.
Not lying yet. Because that's how I saw it. I don't watch comedies.
It may have been free at one time, but
But
according
you
to
know,
my
it might have been
information,
free at one
I'm a,
time. They might be right.
I'm gonna go to Netflix right now because you lied about that one. We
Uh,
dropped the ball on that one big time.
oh yeah,
Got me
yeah.
all excited. Want to watch Key and Peele with no
That's where
commercials.
I saw it. So maybe they gave me the hookup, and I saw it anyway. And then you're not getting the hookup, so that's why yours is not free.
Nope. All right, I'm gonna check it out Netflix now.
Okay, I'm checking it.
Just
Yeah, I'm looking right now myself. Yeah, I know. Okay, no, you're right. It's not free. Why? Oh, what the hell? Well, okay, I watched it there. That's how I watched
Nope.
the first
What's
season.
this?
Is it there?
Nope. No, it's not on Netflix. That
Ah,
sucks.
I don't know why they do
That
that.
sucks.
They must do a licensing thing or something like that. They must say, well, you only get this show. It's this many time.
Time, this much time, yeah.
Because I noticed they did that with Doctor Who. It used to be on Amazon Prime, and then all of a sudden it went away. And I'm like, what happened to the other episodes? Because I don't like commercials either. I got to tell you that too. But what I do is I'll my mom has a DVR that she doesn't use that's sitting there, and she considers it my DVR. Okay, because hooked to her TV, and then when I go over there, that's where I have all my shows I want to watch that I can't watch on Netflix or whatever. So Doctor Who. I would watch forward it through the commercials and everything and watch the show. Okay, so I didn't. The last season, I kind of stopped watching it, and something went wrong with the DVR. Yeah, she needs a new DVR. Or I need to get a DVR. Somebody needs to get a DVR. But anyway, so it's all of a sudden deleted maybe half of Doctor Who. So I don't know how Doctor Who ended, which makes me very angry. So
Me too.
so I go on. Yeah, I know you watch that show. It's off the hook. So I go to watch it. I try to go watch it on Prime, and it's not there on Amazon Prime. I'm like, where the hell did my show go? But then, thank God I had Netflix because it's on Netflix. What happened? I mean, all of them are there, but I'm like, what happened? I mean, because if I didn't have Netflix, I'd be really, really bummed right now because the new season's coming out, by the way, everyone. I mean, about
Doctor Who?
Yeah, Doctor Who. So just to let everybody know, it's coming out, and I can't wait. But either though, now I have to wait because I have to watch the rest. Go ahead.
Speaking of long, tedious, boring sci-fi shows, whatever happened to that one show with that one broad who plays all the different characters? What's that show called? What's that? The little brunette girl who plays the same actress plays all the different female roles.
Oh! It's the science fiction one.
Yeah, no, the one, you know what I'm talking about, Brandon. The show with the young girl. She's in the subway and she sees a lady cry.
Yes. Orphan Black. Yes,
Orphan Black.
Yeah.
Whatever happened with the third season? Was it any good?
I liked it. I liked how it ended. It ended. Okay. Well, since I have a high tolerance of bad shows, you probably will hate the ending. But I liked it. I thought it was okay.
Yeah, that show just got everything that was good about it. They just ruined it. The first season I liked, but then the second season just got stupid, and the third season, I don't know, it's unwatchable.
I was actually going to mention that about a podcast, and I totally forgot about that show.
Yeah. It's forgettable. That's why.
Yeah. But no, it was okay. I would say if under the Braden scale of shows, I give it about maybe 10 stars. I give it like an 8 or 7 on a Braden scale. So
wow.
Yeah. It was okay. I will watch the next season if there is the next season. Put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Well, you know what I was thinking about?
What?
I was just sitting here thinking to myself, the heck ever happened with that project area?
Era?
Yeah,
Well,
project area. And then I thought to myself, you know the person who I should ask that to would
what?
be Brandon from that show Tech Pop
Yes,
Boom.
yes, yes. What happened to it? Well, you know what? They delayed it until next year, until 2016 now.
We'll tell everyone what Project Era is.
Well, Project Era is a modular phone. You could swap out pieces. Let's say you want a hard drive.
It's basically you build your own cell phone with
Basically,
whatever you want.
yes. But someone wrote, and I put it on Tech Pop Boom. Someone wrote an article about what the perfect smartphone was, and like you could say, okay, this phone is great because it has this and this and this, but there's always a but. But it has crappy battery life. But it has a crappy camera.
Yeah.
But it doesn't do. It's very slow in processor. So Project Air would fix this problem. That's what I was like.
Well, the problem is it's a Google phone.
Yeah.
And Apple people, are Apple only. I mean, for people who like Google phones, they might like it, but I think everyone I know, for the most part, not everybody, but most people I know who are Android users love those Galaxy phones.
Yeah.
The majority of people who use the Android phones use the Galaxy phones.
Yeah. They're like the iPhones of Android.
I mean, obviously, I haven't seen it. Pardon me?
They're like the iPhones of Android. I would say. I mean, everyone has one. But
speaking of which, did you see Apple has an app now on the Android store? So for Android users who want to switch from Android to Apple, they can download this app, and it helps them to do that. Did you see that?
Really? No, I did not see that.
Yeah.
Oh.
We'll talk about more Apple stuff. What they have, I don't know what the app is, but they have an app. They were saying that a lot of Android users are switching to Apple. That's what they said.
Really? That's what they said.
They have an app. They have an app that helps you move all your files and music or whatever. And I guess this app shows you how to do that. So
well, that's okay because all the watches, the Android Wear watches, will work on iPhones coming up next. So I guess this is war now.
Well, yeah, those.
Which we could get into later if you want to, unless you want to get into it now.
Are you done talking about the Project Arrow?
No. I mean, yeah. I'm pretty done with Project Error. I mean, yeah, I would love for it to come out on a modular phone. I mean, all I wanted to say was it got delayed, and I'm really, really sad about it. I'm so bummed out. That would have been my next smartphone. In fact, I'd have gotten 2 smartphones if that would have came out.
Yeah, it sounds interesting. My phone. My plan, I think, expires in April. I believe is what it is. Do you know when I don't know if you know this or not? When does Apple typically announce their? Obviously they just they announce
every
new
October,
iPhones.
Every September.
And it's twice a year though. It's September, and when else?
They only do it one time. It's only in September, and it comes out around either in October.
When did they come out with the other iPhone?
Oh, they don't come out with another iPhones every year. Oh, they come out with iPads. You're probably talking about the iPads and stuff. It's every other.
When was the iPhone 6 released?
iPhone 6 was released last September.
Well, it was September? I thought they come out with 2 phones a year.
Yeah, because you waited and debated for like 5 months.
Oh, okay.
Remember?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, remember?
Because I'm thinking to myself, well, if they come out with the new iPads in, May or June, then I'll just get another one then. But
yeah,
I don't know. The phone I have now is only 16 gigs, and it drives me nuts. I'd like to get, and that's another thing. When they announced the new iPhones, they still have these 16 gigs.
16 gig, yeah.
And it drives me crazy.
I don't.
Why are they pushing that? Why are they pushing 16 gigs? Well, and it's like $200 for a 16 gig phone.
Okay,
I mean, come on.
This is what makes me angry. That's why that's the whole Apple thing. That's why that modular phone thing would work. Because you could say, well, I want everything that the iPhone has, but I can swap out and put a 32 gig in there, or I could put a SIM card slot. I mean, not SIM card, but a not smart card, a SD slot, SD memory chip right in there, or I can do whatever. See, that's why I really, really, really want Project Error so bad. Even though everyone says it's gonna fail, but I don't think it's gonna fail when I bring it and everyone sees. Let's say I bring it to work and I show everybody, hey, look, this is there. See, I can swap this out. I guarantee you, everybody's going to want one.
Well, judging from the pictures I've seen of that project era, it's not. It doesn't look anything like an Apple phone or a Galaxy phone.
Nah.
It looks like it's a piece. It looks like a Lego brick that you basically put little, your flash here, your screen goes here, and so it's not very visually appealing. But that being said, it hasn't been the official product.
No, that's the test version. But you can 3D print your back. You can make it however way you want your back to look.
Right.
So I can have a anti-Apple sign with an apple with a with a knot.
Well, there you go.
Yep. See, there you go. I can print that out and put it on the back of my. I'm rocking that phone. Every time I pick it up and I have it, I can see that Apple with the So that's
well. Speaking of Apple. They had their big to-do this last week.
Yeah.
They announced new iPhone, new iPads, new Apple TV, thankfully. And the one product that everyone has been waiting for, the most important product, Apple finally announced. I mean, who cares about the iPhone? Who cares about the iPad? I mean, Apple TV, who cares? The Apple Watch, who needs an Apple Watch? Because, ladies and gentlemen, they finally introduced the Apple Pencil.
Apple Pencil. Yeah, I saw that.
For $100, you can have an Apple Pencil that you have to charge. You have to charge it. It's a stylus. You've seen this, right, Brent? Have you seen this?
Yeah, I've seen it, but I clicked over because I thought it was ridiculously stupid. But go ahead.
It is ridiculously stupid. It's absolutely asinine. It's a stylus. And it's only. Well, they announced a new iPad. The new iPad they released is called the iPad Pro, and it's bigger. It's basically it's a 13-inch screen more. It's not a 13. It's just below a 13-inch screen.
Wow.
So it's a bigger. It's not 13 inches. It's like 12 by 9 or something like that. But it's a big screen, and it does all these. It has like 4 instead of 1 speaker. It's got 4 speakers.
Ooh.
Yeah. But anyways, they announced the stylus, which they call it.
It was Apple Fanboy, knowing exactly every little Apple thing that they have.
Well, I do know, and I'll tell you why I know, because I watched the entire thing. I watched all 2 hours of it, and I did, and it's funny, and I wish you would have seen this because you would have laughed so hard at this.
I'm laughing now that you watched 2 hours of Apple.
I did. I watched every second of it. And they, when he was announced, I forgot who it was, but one of the guys was, they were talking about they were talking about something, and then when they introduced the Apple Pencil, as soon as they said the name Apple Pencil, the entire crowd laughed because the name was so. I want to swear, it was so stupid, Apple Pencil. And then to add insult to injury, they're going to charge you $100 for it.
Wow.
They're going to charge you $100 for the stupid Apple Pencil that you have to charge. They said it has a little lightning port at the top, and unscrew the top, and
I'm looking it up right now. Hold on.
You can, and I guess it works like a marker. So if you push down harder, you get thicker lines. It looks neat because it's got this little. In the tip, it's got some sort of electrical kind of doodad. But the thing is, the Apple Pencil is only good with the iPad Pro. You can't use it with your iPhone. You can't use it with previous. It only works with the iPad Pro. That's it. So the iPad Pro, again, I believe it starts off at 32 gig. They don't have the 16 gig iPad Pro. So it's the first the 32 gig iPad Pro is $800.
Whoa!
And if you want the iPad Pencil to go with it, that's an additional. So it's additional. So you're going to spend easily $1,000 by the time you get a case and everything else with it. You're going to spend $1,000 for that pencil, the iPad, and all the stuff that goes with it. So that's the one thing I just, to me, stuff like that makes me mad because it just makes you think. How can Apple care about their customers when they charge so much money for their products?
That's why you should switch to Android.
It's just too late now. I mean, I have all Apple files. All my music is in iTunes. I have 1, 2, 2 iPads. I have 2 iPhones, an iPad Touch.
You're an ecosystem.
Eventually, I'll probably get the T. Yeah. So I mean, it's at the point now where it is what it is. I like some of their products, but some of their things it's just stupid. But so they came out with the iPad Pro. They came out with the iPad Pencil, and I just can't stop talking about that because to me, that and the Apple Watch are the biggest banana peels of the year. It's like I don't know, it's just so stupid.
I'm looking at it now.
Yeah, I mean, it looks neat, but I think it's hilarious that you have to charge it, and they say a charge lasts. I think they said for up to 3 months. I think that's what they said on that thing.
Yep, it is.
And they announced the new iPhone, the iPhone 6s and 6 Pro, I think is what it was. And this new iPhone has called 3D Touch.
Yeah.
So basically, and it's so funny. People are so lazy now. It's like they can't even touch something. But I guess it's neat. I'm teasing about it. So essentially, what it is, it's 3D Touch. So it's pressure sensitive. These new phones are pressure sensitive. So if you go to check your mail, instead of touching it and opening up the app and then going to mail and touching it again, you can basically just kind of put a little pressure on the app and it'll kind of give you a little highlight of what's inside. And if you want to see that, you just press down harder. Or if you just want to do a slight touch, it'll give you a menu will pop up and say, okay, do you want to take if you're on your camera icon, you can do a little pressure and a box will pop up. If you want to take a selfie, it'll give you a list of options. So that's neat. You know, they're saying that's like the next big thing. That's the next thing that Android is going to rip off. They're going to do this. They're going to rip off
we're ripping that off.
Touch.
Yep, you got that right. We ripping that off. Just like you guys ripped off NFC, but that's good. That's okay. That's okay. Fair. One. There we go.
So there's that. They have the new iPhones, and then they have the new Apple TV. The Apple TV sounds pretty cool.
Okay.
They didn't announce the new like the Sling TV, the deal where they're supposed to have some sort of they're supposed to have a package bundle of shows. They did not announce that, but they did show the Apple TV, and that looks pretty sweet. It's got a touch remote control that also has to be charged. I don't like all these devices that you have to charge. So the remote control has a lightning port on there, so you got to plug that in and charge that. It's got a little thing for your thumb, like a touch screen thing. It looks pretty cool, and then it has the App Store.
Okay.
So you can basically log into the App Store, and you can play games on this thing.
Just like Amazon Fire TV, though. Amazon Fire TV.
Yeah. You're right. It does so much. It did look really cool. Before I get it, I just want to make sure that you can download Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Because a lot of my shows are, I don't have an Apple TV, so a lot of the things I download, my kids' shows, my son, he watches a lot of cartoons on Amazon Prime, and if that's not available on Apple TV, then I can't get it. I just have too much stuff on there. And I'm not going to mirror. I know you can take a device and you can mirror your device to your TV. I'm just not willing to do that. I don't want to waste one of my devices just to sit on a table and do nothing so my kid can watch a cartoon. I want to be able to surf while he watches his Blue's Clues or whatever it is he's watching.
No, that's what you guys call over there is mirroring? I mean, we call it casting. On Chromecast.
Casting. I don't have an Apple TV. I believe that's what they call it, though. Mirroring.
Okay. That's what they call it. Interesting.
Yeah.
Now,
so the Apple TV looks cool. It comes in a 32 gig and a 64 gig. 32 is 150. The 64 is 200.
What about the 16 gig? There's no 16 gig?
For Apple TV.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
16. No.
I'm saying, okay.
And then also they have iOS 9, which comes out, I think, next week. That'll be available to download for free. For I don't know which phones, but my phone will be able to have it because I have the 6. So yeah, they announced a lot of cool stuff. They talked about the watch, and they showed up, all these things it can do. And I just thought, that's fine and dandy, but it's still a $500 watch.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm spending $500 for a watch, and that's just so dumb.
You could get it out. You can get an Android Wear and pair it with your iPhone because Google is coming out with an app for iPhones, so all the watches work, especially the new ones.
Yeah,
and only pay $199 for the same thing that Apple Watch iWatch can do. There's a quote there.
I'm just going to wait and see because I gotta believe that Apple they have to make that watch better. They have to make it do something to be other than just a watch.
They have to because competition is fierce.
Something they have to have some sort of something. So I'm kind of interested in seeing what they're going to do with that thing. I'm looking forward to seeing the second generation of that watch.
Yeah, I mean, me too. I'm looking for a second generation. I mean, I just don't think. I think for $400, that just doesn't. I just couldn't. I mean, what I paid for mine was $140, and it does everything I needed to do. So that was well worth the $140.
Although I have to say that your watch is very Google friendly.
Yes.
So if you're not a Google fan, then you're not going to like that watch.
No, it's Android Wear.
It's exactly it's a Google watch.
Yeah.
So if you're a really big Apple person and you don't want to spend $500, but you really want to watch, your watch is nice, but it's very Google friendly.
It's very Googlish. Yeah, it's Googlish.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's my new word. That's a Brandon word, though. Yeah, I have to
Googlish.
it. Googlish. Yeah.
Google.
Yes. But no, I looked at the Apple stuff too, and see now I was laughing only because of a whole thing of going, huh? Well, Google has that. Oh, Google has that. Oh well, Google's gonna rip that off. That's definitely gonna be the next phone, Nexus phone. And the Apple Pencil, I just ignored that.
Oh, that was just dumb. It's funny because Steve Jobs had said when he introduced the very first iPhone, he made fun of stylists and saying, "Who wants a stylist? You know, they get lost. He did. He made a negative remark about those things, and they made one anyways. Well, obviously, at the time, he's talking about the original iPhone. It was the first of its kind. I mean, that didn't exist. So he was just kind of telling you don't need a stylus. You got your finger. Your finger is your stylus. But it's how many years later, and so I understand the need for one. I suppose not $100 one, but I guess especially for the iPad Pro because it's bigger, and they were really showing it's good for artists. They can draw and paint and do all these really cool things with it. It did look neat, but I really thought it was funny in the presentation. They went on forever about the iPad Pro, and they said, "Oh, and the big surprise is we have a new product, and it's called." And they went on before they even announced the name of this pencil. They went on showing it to you and how beautiful it looks. It's white. It's got a little bit of chrome at the top, and this is how it works, and this is what it does. Isn't it amazing? Oh, isn't this just the best thing since sliced bread? Oh, and by the way, it's called Apple Pencil, and everyone laughed. It was so funny.
I would have cracked up. I'm just. But see, isn't the iPad supposed to be like touch sensitive? Like you're supposed to be able to push your finger hard on it?
No, the iPad Pro does not have the 3D.
Son of a bitch.
3D text is that what it's called?
Yeah,
that's
touch.
only 3D touch. That's only the iPhone. The iPad does not have it.
Okay.
The new iPad, any iPad.
Do you know I have a loss for words here? This is Brandon's loss for word moment right here.
It doesn't make sense. They talk about this thing, but it's only for the phone. That's what I mean. I think they say these things purposely so they'll have something to announce a year from now. Hey, now the iPads have 3D touch, so come and get one.
But
you have to have something to sell.
Oh, this is why I'm an Android fanboy here. See the game they're playing with everyone? Oh, well, here, we'll have it here, but we won't have it here. You'll have to wait for this. Either they could have included it in both products.
Still, though, they haven't announced. The only iPad, they didn't update the old iPads. They only updated, they created a new iPad, the iPad Pro. So in other words, the mini and the regular size iPad, those are the same. They didn't update that. They have a new operating system, iOS 9, but they didn't update that stuff. So I can understand those wouldn't have the 3D touch because you have to have a new product. But I do understand they have a new Pro, so there's no reason they couldn't have added that to the. But again, there's no way, even if it had it or not, it wouldn't matter to me. There's no way in hell I'm spending $800 or more, or $1,000 like we. Anyways, I wouldn't spend $800 for a new iPad.
Yeah, if it's a Pro, usually a Pro means it has everything that the the previous iPhone has.
Well, this is
iPad.
iPad.
Sorry,
It
iPad.
does.
iPad.
It does.
Sorry.
No iPad has the 3D touch. That's only the iPhone. That's only the new iPhone. My iPhone doesn't have that.
Really?
And it can't because it's not software. It's something they built into the phone. It's something underneath the screen. It's pressure sensitive. So you can't put it on existing phones. It has to be the newer phone because it's something built into the phone. You know, when you touch the screen a certain way, it works that way. So it would make sense that the older phones wouldn't have it and that the newer phones would. But again, when my contract ends in April, I'll take a look at it. But I tell you what, I may just keep the phone I have if I can and wait till maybe next September and hopefully, hope that they get rid of these stupid 16 gigs because these got to go.
No, you just answered my next question. So are you going to get the 6S?
The only way I would really, at this point, with what's on the market now, the only reason I would switch would be to just have more space. Because I guess the new iPhones, they have better cameras. It would have the same operating system I currently have. Well, I'll download it next week, so it'll have that. But it would be because right now I carry around my phone and my iPod Touch because my phone is only a 16 gig. My iPod Touch is 64. So I keep my iPod for all my media, all my music, and all my my podcasts. So it would be nice to be able to have a phone to do everything. If I could have like 128 gig or even a 64 gig, and I could use it for my phone and just use it for everything. I could download all my music on there. I could, have all my podcasts on there. Not have to carry around two things, but I think was it like $400 or something for the 100. And there's just no way. There's no way.
See, in the Android world, 32 is standard.
Right.
It's standard, and the 64 is the one. But most of them have SD chips. Well, Galaxy 6 didn't, but not SD chips, but no.
The newer ones do not. The newer ones don't. The new Galaxy phones are just like Apple phones.
Yeah,
they're just like Apple phones.
Yeah.
You can't get them in the SD card.
No,
so if you get 32, you're stuck with 32.
Yeah, like me, mine has an SD card. My HTC One M9 has and I love it. That's where you know what? All my apps go on that card. I have all my apps. So when I take the card out, I have no apps on my phone. And all the music and everything go on that card. Nothing is on my phone, and I have 32 gigs on my phone. So I can still use it. But photos go on. The only thing that goes on my phone is the photos, which you would think I would put on the SD card, but it somehow writes slow. So, especially when you do RAW images, that's a RAW format. It takes a while to write to that SD card. So I kind of just put it on my phone memory. But everything, I don't know how anyone can. I don't know how I lived without the SD card before. Yeah,
it would definitely be a nice option to have, and I don't know why they would want to get rid of that, but
they want the cloud. They want you to go to the cloud and put everything in the cloud. But here's the problem: is they feel that there's unlimited data everywhere, and if it would be a nice world. But there's no unlimited. People barely have unlimited data. So how the hell are you going to upload to the cloud or download from the cloud?
We need a world where there's unlimited data and free Wi-Fi.
Yes. Which free Wi-Fi? Yeah. Okay, we're getting to it.
I shouldn't say free Wi-Fi. What I meant to say is Wi-Fi everywhere. Exactly.
Yes, everywhere. Nice. Which would be a wonderful if they could just do that. Like have some cities will do. I think there's a city that wanted to do that in Kentucky somewhere. I'll have to look up the article and post it on Tech Pop Boom. And I think they got sued by Comcast for that. They want to give everyone in the city internet. Basically, like the city of, I don't know, I'll just say Auburn Hills has Wi-Fi everywhere rather than one little spot, and put repeaters everywhere. And
wouldn't you think at some point in life It would have to get to that point because you have to have a computer pretty much to do anything.
Yes.
And in 20, 30 years from now, it'll be even, more so. I mean, it's, I got to believe at some point it's going to have to be more widely available.
Well, it kind of. Have you been anywhere without a Wi? I mean, every spot you go to has Wi-Fi everywhere. I mean, they always have a password or something.
My car, the car doesn't have one.
Yeah.
Our restaurants don't have it. Some of them, a lot of them do, but not all of them.
Not all of them. Yeah, some of them do. I mean, yeah.
A lot do. You're right, but not all of them.
Not all of them. No, you're right. You're right. But I mean, that's what the whole cell phone signal thing is for those spots that don't have, Wi-Fi everywhere. It's just that it used to be unlimited, and now they're getting away from that, and I don't understand why. I really don't. I mean, okay, yeah, to make more money, but it's like, wouldn't you go the opposite way? And have unlimited data and I don't know. Maybe they're getting greedy. I think that's the whole thing with the text. When text messaging was little of no data, literally nothing, and they charge you 25 cents a text message. Back in the day. I think the FCC, I think, changed that because the FCC sent them a letter. I can probably post it on Tech Pop Boom if I find the article, or you can look it up. But what happened was why text messaging is free and unlimited for everyone is because the FCC went in and said, we want you to explain to us why you're charging people for text messaging when you're using the same data or little of no data as your phone call. Do you know your phone call was more data and that was unlimited, but not your text messaging? And it doesn't even use the data for phone. It just uses background noise to send a text message. So that's how it works. So they were charging 25 cents, and really it's nothing to them to send that message from one phone to another phone. It cost them zero. So they basically had to they had to step away from that or get rid of text messaging, which they weren't. So they had to make it unlimited. That's why everyone has unlimited text messaging now, is because of that. Mm-hmm. Because they were getting ready to fine them the hell out of every company for doing that, because you were getting ripped off. So another thing I think they're going after now is phone companies who, when you dial a number and then all of a sudden you get something on your bill, it's called carrier billing, I guess it's called. I guess that's what it's called or whatever. Like, let's say you dial 946, pound 946 to order this new whatever. Well, people would download or whatever, click on a text message, and the next thing you know, it's on your bill for 99 cents, and then it would continue for 99 cents. So they're supposed to get rid of I think they're supposed to refund a lot of people for that. So that's the new thing that's out now. I think I read something about that somewhere. I don't know. That might be rumor, might not. No, it's not, because I get the text message saying, if you have any unapproved charges, please, call number da. Yeah, I do get that from Sprint, so that is true. Yeah. So I just don't get that. I mean, but yes, in a world where Wi-Fi is everywhere, yeah, I mean, it's great and it works. I mean, because Sprint just doesn't work anywhere. But
Yep. Before I forget, I was reading somewhere online that Man on the High Castle starts in November.
In November.
Yeah.
I gotta wait until November to watch that.
Yeah, Man on the High Castle is that show. Explain the premise of Man in the High Castle, Brandon.
Oh, yes. It's about when the World War II, it went different, and that the Nazis had won instead of the Allies. And so what they did was they took over the United States, which, and then so half of it's run by the Nazis and the other half is run by Japan. So, and then you got this neutral zone in the middle, and then it's a world it's like an alternate world of what would have happened in the United States if World War II would have went differently.
Very good. Very good
analysis. That's Brandon analysis for you right there.
And before I forget, I also wanted to mention to anyone listening that the show is available on iTunes for downloading. If you haven't done so already, go to your iPad app, check us out. Go to iTunes, go to the iTunes store, or go to your iTunes app, type in Tech Pop Boom. Subscribe to the show. If you subscribe to the show, it'll show up in your iPad feed every single time we record a new episode. So make sure you do that. And while you're at iTunes, give us a show review. If you like the show, let them know. Like I say this again, let us know. Go to our Facebook page, do a search for Tech Pop Boom, hit the like button, and Brandon does a really good job of keeping you guys up to date on all pop culture,
Tech news,
tech news, all that kind of good stuff. Go to YouTube. Every podcast we do is available on YouTube. You can hit the subscribe button, and again, you can just watch and to your heart's content, or listen rather. So all the shows are available on YouTube. Also, lastly but not least, go to our website, techpopboom.com.
you see our show notes.
You can see the show notes on that website. Yeah, Brandon does a great job of keeping that site together. So those are all the ways you can keep up with the show. The Facebook page is the one that gets updated the most,
constantly.
as far as the news. So if you haven't done so already, go to our Facebook page. Again, just go to the page, do a search for Tech Pop Boom. Hit the like button, and then sit back and enjoy. So we hope you guys check us out.
Yep.
And
we like to hear from you guys because it seems like we know you're listening. I know you're listening. Scott don't see it there, but I know you're listening. I know who's downloading. I mean I don't know who's downloading because it doesn't tell me who, but I know people are downloading our show. I know where. I mean because I don't know if anyone's familiar with FeedBurner, but it tells you where people are from, who downloads what, where which episode, but no one really says anything. We like to say hi.
Well,
hi.
I'm guilty of that too. I listen to a ton of podcasts, and I'm not real big to type in and kind of give my feedback. So I'm guilty of doing that.
I'm guilty. Okay, I'm guilty of that too. Shoot. Yeah. I do that too.
But it would be nice to have some sort of a following on the page. It would be nice to have people just kind of write in and see what they think and say, "You guys suck. You guys need to do this better or that better." But if not, whatever. We have a good time, whether you listen or not. We'd probably still be doing it anyway.
Oh, I know they're listening. Oh, I know you guys are listening. Otherwise, you would have got this far in the podcast.
Right.
But I do have a question for you. So. Here's my dilemma here. So my mom, I am thinking about getting her for, she doesn't listen to, I better not, she doesn't listen to podcasts anyway. So I was thinking about getting her the 6S, for Christmas. So, I'm like stashing my money away a little bit at a time, and I've been doing that since the 6 came out. And I was going to get her the 6 until Sprint screwed me over, and we won't go into what Sprint and their crappy network connection. If you want to hear that, I'll have to post it in the notes somewhere, show notes or something, which episode that is where I start blazing Sprint out. So yeah, I just go totally like. Yeah, well, you just have to listen to that episode. I forgot which one it is. I think it's Brandon's new phone. Yes, I think it's Brandon's new phone, or yes, when I get the HD. Yeah, you gotta listen to that. But anyway, I was gonna get it then, and I was debating if I should just get it for her. I mean, because she needs a new phone. She's got the 4S. She's got my old phone. And I mean, she says she likes it. She says she likes it. She doesn't like, because my sister got the regular iPhone. The 6S. I'm not the 6. I mean, just the 6. The one I have. The one 6. You have. Yeah. Which out of all, she was an Android girl, and she went to the iPhone world, which I was very, very, very sad she did that. Because, so she went to the dark side. So, she went to the dark side. So, anyway, but my mom doesn't like her phone. My mom's like, I like my small itty-bitty phone, because the 4S is very small. I don't know if anybody can remember that. But it is getting the 9 update, because that was what I was worried about. I was like, if it wasn't going to get the 9 update, I was going to surprise her with a brand new phone. Okay, and usually... my mom is on my plan, so usually I go get her a phone, but she usually wants the iPhone. I mean, she wants an iPhone just because that was my old iPhone. Now she wants that phone. She doesn't want any other phone than an iPhone. which
So
is
you're considering getting her a new phone? Is that what you're
yes,
saying?
yeah, and I'm debating if I should just now should I just not just wait until the 7 comes out? I mean, iPhone 7, or should I get it now? Should I
So
go off a
is she
different network?
happy? Is she happy with her
Well, she
phone, and
says
she
she's
just
happy
wants?
with it. She says she's happy with it. I mean, it still does everything she needs it to do. It's just the battery keeps on. What happens? It works great, but her battery doesn't last very long because it's so old. If we could swap out the
Well,
battery, she would keep it. It would be
I
hands
tell you
down.
what you can do. If I don't know if you want to do this or not, but you can always get a free one. Go with the iPhone 5. They're giving that away for free.
Mm,
You sign a new deal. You can upgrade one generation to the 5 or 5S or whatever the hell it
for
is.
free, huh?
Um, for free. Yeah, just go there and sign up and get a free one. That'll last for 2 years, and by that time it'll be something better anyway. So,
I'm debating. Maybe that's what I
and
should do. Get the 5.
I think the 5. I don't know if it's a bigger screen. I think that it's a bigger screen.
It is a bigger screen. I mean, how
I, I,
I
bel
wonder how big
I
it
think it
is.
is.
I didn't even think about the
It's
5.
Well, that one's free. You can't go wrong with free.
Why was free? I
I
wonder.
mean, you would have to sign a new contract.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is, I mean, I don't know if I should do it with Sprint or should just go off and move her to T-Mobile or something.
Well, if I were you, if her contract, you said she's on
Oh
your
yeah, yeah,
contract,
yeah. And
then
she doesn't even have a
wait for your
contract.
phone, wait for your phone to end, because
Yeah.
how long have you had this phone now? You have
Oh, I
what,
got
6
2 years.
months
Yeah, I got 2 years. I got another year. Wait, 2 years?
contract to end. Get
Yeah.
the hell off of Sprint. Go to Verizon or whatever the heck you're planning
Oh
on
hell,
going
I'm not
to.
going for Verizon.
Where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go?
I think T-Mobile. I think I'd go to T-Mobile if I want it. If I
Yeah.
really could. I think I want T-Mobile.
Oh, cool.
Because I'm debating that though. Here's the thing, Sprint. Okay, if you guys don't want to listen to the podcast, I'm going to tell you exactly what I said in that other podcast. Is it? It's kind of like I've been with them forever. I mean, literally, I was there in the beginning. Like I had the very first phone that Sprint came out with on their network. Okay, that's how long I've been with Sprint. So we're going to say about 98. So let's see. So 99. So February of 98 is when I've been with
So
Sprint.
what is the problem?
The problem is the network. It sucks. It totally. I mean, what happens is my phone. What it'll do, and it doesn't do this with the iPhone. So I think it's more of the new Spark network. What happens is my phone will all of a sudden will work on LTE, and when it wants to switch to 3G, it goes into a dormant mode where it stops and nothing will work. So if you call me in that dormant mode, my phone is off the network because it's switching to another signal. Because Sprint has how Spark Network works is they have different bands. They have like 6 different bands. They have LTE, they have 2 LTE, and then 2 3G, and it has a whole bunch of different frequencies. So your phone is kind of going and trying to get the strongest signal. My LTE hardly works at my mom's house. My mom, when I go there, forget about it. I'm in 3G. But she doesn't have an LTE phone, so it doesn't matter to her, when she uses her phone, because the 4S is 3G only, and there was no LTE at the time. Well, it was, but Apple didn't put it in their phone. But I look at my sister. My sister has T-Mobile, okay, and she has an iPhone. And her signal, she's getting 4G almost literally in that house where Sprint is not in the house. Now I've actually went on my app, and there's an app where you tell where the network problems are. I actually went there, pushed on the app, pushed on network, pushed on 4G, and then there's a part where it says tell us how our network is doing, and then I wrote I haven't had 4G here since 4G was invented. Click. And I mean, literally, I put it and I put it again. Still don't have 4G. That's what, and I did that 3 times. I mean, because it drives me nuts that down the street I can go and get 4G, but around the corner I can get 4G. Even at work I get LTE. Okay, so I get a really good signal when I'm at work, but when I get home, different story. I sometimes get it, sometimes I don't. When I'm outside, I get it. When I'm inside, sometimes it bothers me, and it's like, okay, I would like
So
to.
long story short, Sprint
Sucks.
reception, it just sucks.
Yeah.
You're not happy with it. It doesn't work, so you need to switch. So now you need to figure out. And when does your contract end? Do you know?
It ends like 2 years from now because I just got that phone, so I gotta wait 2 years. I thought they'd get better. I thought that maybe it will be in 2 years. They'll be better. But I said that the last time though, so I don't know. But it just long story short, everybody, yeah, I'm really getting pissed off at Sprint and how they did my phone about keeping my other phone and didn't tell me about that. That made me even more angrier. But we won't get. You can listen to that show. I really go into it in that show. Yeah, about it's the one where I get my new phone. So yeah, that one. I just don't even want to get started about the phone thing. But yeah, I think T-Mobile, but I know a lot of people say T-Mobile's just as bad. So
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I remember you and your sister swore by T-Mobile. I never, I have AT&T and I'm happy with it. So
yeah, AT&T I heard is pretty good, but it's expensive though.
They're all expensive. I mean, you're not going to find a cheap phone carrier.
That's the other problem is the fact that I'm in an older plan, so my phone contract is the cheapest one so far. They never can. Anytime they try to change it, which they want me off that plan so badly, you would not believe it. They will do anything. But I mean, they've even tried to trick me off this plan. You know how everyone's paying $90 for data, right? On Sprint, right? Okay, everybody's paying that $80, $90, $60. Well, mine's unlimited for about $10. I get unlimited data, unlimited phone, unlimited for probably, and this is for 2 phones. Yeah, I think it's two. Yeah, so for only $100 and something bucks. Now, there's no way anybody can beat that as long as I stay on that plan. That's the other dilemma. Really. That is the dilemma there. Because no matter where I go, not even T-Mobile can beat that. So it's either price or connection. That's my dilemma, Scott.
Well, yeah, my thing is price. You have to go with the price.
Go with the price. So then I'd stick with Sprint because they can't even beat that.
Well, that's what. Well, actually, I can't even say that because I got rid of Sprint. But when I had Sprint, I had a stupid phone. I had a dumb phone. I didn't have a smartphone.
So I should stick with Sprint then.
But so, well, no, I mean, if you're gonna have a smartphone, it has to work.
Yes.
Right. I mean, if you have a smartphone and you're not able to use the data in areas that Wi-Fi is not available, obviously that's the problem. And as rich as you are, and as many girlfriends as you have, as many cars as you drive,
my phone calls. You're right.
You can afford it.
I could, but it's just I've been on Sprint for so long. I don't know. I mean, I really want to get her that phone, but that's the only reason. And so maybe I should just put a card and just say I owe you iPhone and put a picture of iPhone 6 in the card. And that's what I'll do this year with some money. That's what I'll do.
Well, I mean, if you want, you can put her on. Well, no, you're probably just better off waiting, Brandon. You really are.
Yeah, I should just.
You can probably get her an Apple. If you want to do something, get her an Apple TV.
Oh yeah, but you know what? She likes the Chromecast. I bought her a Chromecast. No way I would get her Apple anything. She just likes the iPhone.
Well, she has a phone. It'll work with her phone.
Yeah. She works with. She uses it with the iPhone. The Chromecast with the iPhone. She uses everything with her iPhone because the iPhone and the Chromecast works. But do you think it will work with Google stuff if I went and bought an Apple TV?
What would define Google stuff?
Like my phone. Will it work with my phone? Like, will I be able to cast it and stream it and stuff like that?
No, God, no, no, nope, not at all. No chance.
She can do that. See, that's the amazing part about the Chromecast is you can do that with iPhone because I didn't think that you could either until I looked at it. Yeah, so that sucks. But I was just debating my dilemma. I really saw this 6S, and I was really like, do I want to do it or not? But no. But maybe you're right. I'll wait. Oh, quick question: what is in ISO 9?
They didn't really talk. Well, they talked about iOS 9 a year. Well, I don't know, but it was a year ago, but like maybe 6 months ago. Well, I tell you what, we'll talk about it on the next episode. How about that?
Okay, because you'll have
I'll have it, and it'll be released next week.
Okay.
And
Deal.
instead of talking about it now, it'll be better to talk about once I have it and then played with it. So
Okay.
we'll talk about
Deal.
it on the next episode.
Deal. Okay. Okay. That'll work. Okay.
Yep.
So let me see. Any other tech news here that I? Oh yes, I do have one. Do you use Chrome, Scott?
I do, yes.
Okay. They're no longer going to have the Flash automatically start those random videos that usually you go on, and all of a sudden you're reading the article and then a video comes on and you're like, where is it? I hate that. That is the ultimate. You know what? That is what I hate so much, more than commercial watching on TV. I hate when you interrupt my reading for a damn commercial on some website. Let me click on it. If I want to see the commercial, I see your commercial.
Yes.
Don't play the video and the sound.
Yeah,
because sometimes it scares the hell out of me.
It's annoying as hell.
Yes, it is. It just okay. Anyway, so they're gonna stop that. Which I noticed that when I play now, it comes up and it says that my Flash is not installed anymore. I wonder if they got rid of Flash. That's interesting.
I thought they did.
Because I didn't know. I mean, I posted this article on Tech Pop Boom, and this was before September 1st when I posted it, and I downloaded it. And I got the upgrade and everything. I did that like about a day ago, 2 days ago. So I didn't do it September 1st, but I noticed that when I went on the CNET website, it's asking me to download Flash, and I'm going, wait, Chrome has Flash in it. So I don't know, maybe they got rid of Flash in Chrome, which would be awesome because I hate Flash anyway. They should be on HTML5 anyway, so I don't know why the hell they're using Flash. Flash is old school. You know, even Steve Jobs hated Flash. Steve Jobs said, and I understand him now. Before I dissed him for this, but now, rest in peace, he was right. Flash does not deserve to be on an iPhone. It is crappy, slow, buggy, everything. You know, and he dissed them. He even put a note out to them saying, it'll be a cold day in hell before I put it on an iPhone. Basically telling them that. I mean, I think he literally said that. I don't know yet. I think, but he put out an open letter, out saying that he will never put Flash on a phone. And you know what?
He did.
He was right. I'm like, before I was totally going, I can't believe it. I called him every name. I called him every name in the book for that. But now I start to think about it. I'm going, damn, this guy was right. I mean, because it has so many holes. It has so many security problems. This is how mostly even how people can get viruses. I mean, I don't know how okay, on my computer, my last computer before Windows 10, I have an antivirus program, right? I don't go on malicious websites. How the hell did I get a virus? I want to know this. Yeah. I want to know. I didn't plug anything in here. How did I get one? So I'm like, okay. I only use this for two things: our podcast and surfing the web. That's it. So how did I get one? So I'm thinking it was Flash. I think somehow in Flash, I went on the website.
That naughty stuff you're looking at.
Yeah. And it just and it just went in there. Yeah, right. Not on this computer. So not on this computer. Anyway, no, this is my work computer. This is the one that I use our podcast, the editor and everything with, and it's the really
you use your work computer?
No, not this is not my work computer. This is where I work at home. You know, not my work computer. No. I don't even browse the internet on that one. No, this is my podcast slash. This is our Tech Pop Boob website. Everything computer. This is the computer I use for that. You know, I don't want to mess it up, because if I mess up this computer, there goes our podcast.
Yeah, really. Yep.
There it goes, because we're not doing it, because I don't have I do have another computer, but it wouldn't work as well. It would be slow, buggy, and everything else. So that's really about Flash. That is really it. So
that's all I got. Make sure you check out the Facebook page, go to the YouTube page, Tech Pop Boom.
Yeah.
Check in, say hello.
Yeah, please comment us, say we like it, say Brandon rambled too long about Sprint. You can say anything like that. I would love to hear your comments. Yes.
So with that, we will say a final farewell. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Yep. Peace, everyone.
Bye.